Yo, CRUZ Performance, Don Cruz. What we got going on today is we've been working on we've had a billet plenum for a little bit here now. We tested it in Bowling Green last year. We've got a couple other cars been using it out there, and we definitely got the plenum perfected. What we were working on the throttle linkage. Throttle linkage needed to be specific for our plenum because I didn't want to have any factory provisions on it because the factory bracket was not going to work well or look well with our pretty nice billet plenum for champion race intake and stock intake. So what that also allowed us to do is, as most know, on a champion intake. And, I'm gonna take this time to say that what sets us apart from most of these other vendors is, again, we're making it, we're testing it, we're installing it, we're using it right here in our shop. So we find these things initially before they get out to you. We're not perfect. At some point, we're probably not getting something quite right and we'll have to make a change on the fly or whatever. But we're definitely trying to do everything we can initially. With that being said, what I want to show you here is, this is what we've been living with for, 15 years or whatever it's been. The geometry for the TV cable, the geometry for the throttle cable on a champion race intake with a factory bracket is terrible. Giving you wrong TV cable pressures in your transmission and so on. We all been dealing with it because that's all that was available. Champion just didn't really go after that market to make, a separate piece. Well, I know why they did it. This piece is very difficult, has been very difficult to design and make, but here it is. We've got that there. Before I get too much into that, let me show you what the geometry difference is here. So with our bracket, TV cable, pretty much straight across. No geometry issues there. Our throttle cable, same scenario. Gonna come straight across there. No geometry issues there. So that'll allow you to remove the silly factory bracket that's not set up right on your champion intake. But the main reason why, or one of the reasons why I went for this bracket was pretty simple, okay? We're doing a lot of Holley kits. CRUZ Performance Originator Holley harness, which we've been doing for 10 years now. Been doing a ton of Holley kits, and a lot of guys are going for the 4L80 option now, eliminating the 200 R4. So let's just say you've got champion race intake with a stock plenum, or hopefully you get our billet plenum, and you decide you want to go to 4L80. Well, we made this modular, so all you do, remove the TV cable. Now you got your CRUZ bracket, and you've got your throttle bracket. So in the event you don't have your 200R4, you're not stuck with this nasty looking factory bracket like most use on the champion deal. Well, let's just take it one step further. Let's say you don't have cruise control. Let's remove the cruise control. All we're going to have is your throttle cable. So this modular design right here that we have set up, you'll be able to 200R4, stock throttle cable, your CRUZ cable bracket. A lot of these vehicles, just like a lot of them not having AC now and so on, don't have CRUZ, or people don't use CRUZ or don't work or whatever, eliminate it. And somewhere down the line, we may tweak the bracket a little bit different too to accommodate just specific, if guys know going into it, they're going to have 4L80 with no CRUZ. We might have refined that and make that a little different also somewhere down the line. But to finally get this thing kick-started and thinking about future advancements and changes and so on, I wanted to make sure we had it modular so that way it can change with you or you can change it initially or whatever the case may be. Again, CRUZ Performance, my motto, pretty simple, quality without compromise. Some hiccups along the way, but we're definitely striving to perfect things and get things the right way. Over here, we've got carbon fiber, true carbon fiber plenums that we've had out there testing. We got 3D printed plenums that we've had out there testing. That didn't work, by the way. 3D didn't work. Carbon fiber worked well. I just wasn't really happy with the design on it. That's why we came out with the plenum. Stock plenum, Champion race. Oh, by the way, both of them address the angle of the intercooler piping. So the intercooler piping is going to give it a downward push instead of a upward push like you get with a stock Champion or a stock intake. So there you go. CRUZ Performance, another product from us here. Pricing and availability will be coming soon. I think we have 3 out there right now testing, if I'm not mistaken. We'll confirm. We already know it's working, but we'll confirm pricing. We'll confirm availability. And once I get it set up and I know that it's ready to go 100%, which will be real soon, I'll go ahead and make everybody aware of that. As always, CRUZ Performance, made in Florida, USA products, quality without compromise. Originator of the Turbo Buick Holley harness. Thank you all. Bye-bye.